fascinating event to see how big it is, how the agenda is just full of ideas and full of innovation. Just think about the major changes in society, not just focus on little innovations, but really think about what the role is of humans and the role is of universities and whether we're preparing people for life or for a job. And so for me, this conference is usually a great opportunity to step back from the day-to-day and absorb new ideas and take them back with me.
Cuando veo el contraste de ideas, cuando estamos entrando en preguntas tan grandes sobre el futuro y tenemos perspectivas de tantos países, iluminamos un poco más la complejidad y todas las perspectivas dinámicas de lo que está pasando en el sector de educación superior.
Coming to this Congress, and I think it's even interesting that it's called Congress, sort of a coming together, I think is what Congress literally means. Coming together to share ideas. It's a wonderfully collaborative environment. And so I think it has been a wonderful sharing of ideas. I think that Latin America and what is happening with higher education could lead the way in a sense of collaboration among universities in the world. So I think what's happening here is really fantastic and might be a model that the rest of the world follows.
I've really enjoyed the mix of conversations that have been presented and the perspectives. I don't spend as much time thinking about higher ed specifically, so it's been really great to look at all the different perspectives about the future of higher education and the role they might play. It is a big piece of that ecosystem, that chain between K-12, what we call K-12 in the US, and then the workforce. And we know that you can't just change one. So that's been a great part of it. And I've really enjoyed the enthusiasm and fanfare here for innovation in education. Like I said, that's my passion. It's great to be somewhere where it's celebrated and supported. It's really great.
Y el Congreso, pues me parece excelente en el sentido de que vienen personas interesadas en educación de los diferentes niveles educativos. En el auditorio había muchísima gente que se ve que vienen de diferentes instituciones, no nada más nacionales, sino internacionales, y que la oportunidad del networking y de conocer personas.
So I'm finding it just culturally extremely interesting watching how different institutions in different countries frame what's going to happen in the next year to 2 years. I've also really enjoyed just a chance to talk with people from a variety of countries and to understand what they're doing, what their constraints are, what their opportunities are, and so on.
I think we had tremendous insights about the future of education, and I see more and more collaboration across different institutions, universities, colleges, but also companies, startup companies, industry leaders like Google or Microsoft, and we see all those people working together. So this is changing. I think the key outcome I see from that conference is trying to make the institutions change themselves and not just the ecosystem and the market.
I just never cease to be impressed by the leadership here at Tectamon today. This is actually my second time visiting. I just think you guys have the most incredible orientation towards the future. You are being experimental. You are pushing the boundaries. And I can't believe that you are making so much progress in building toward that future in which every student is going to learn through challenges that are connected to the real world.
Vuelve uno a casa lleno de nuevas ideas, inspiraciones, buenas prácticas y de alguna forma congraciado con lo que pasa en el mundo, porque ver estos colegas de distintas partes de Latinoamérica y de América, entender los esfuerzos que están haciendo para transformar personas, que es lo que hacemos en la universidad, pues es muy gratificante.